Now let's do some MCQs based on chemical equilibrium reaction. Now let's look at the question. For the reaction AB2 reversibly getting dissociated into the compound, then the value of the equilibrium constant at a temperature is this. What would be the value of the equilibrium constant for this reaction? Now this reaction, we are going to try and make it to this reaction stepwise. First, I'm just reversing, see, the solubility equilibrium constant is given as 1 into 10 raised to minus 1, right? 1 into 10 raised to minus 1. Now if I just reverse this reaction, so what would it become? It would become half A2 plus B2 reversibly getting converted to AB2, and for this your K dash will become 1 upon 10 raised to minus 1. Okay, now I'm multiplying this equation by 2 so that I get A2 B2 and 2AB2. So my K double dash will become, when I'm multiplying it by 2, this also is multiplied raised to the power 2. So 1 raised to the power 2 upon 10 raised to minus 1 raised to the power 2. So K double dash is nothing but 1 upon 10 raised to minus 2. Now 1 upon A raised to minus m is A raised to m, which means 10 raised to 2, which means 100. So the answer is 100. Okay, the answer for this question is 100. Next. The solubility product of the salt is given as, okay, so I am given KSP, solubility product, as 4 into 10 raised to minus 12. And we are asked the solubility. Now remember the relation. How are they related? They are related as KSP is x raised to x, y raised to y, and solubility raised to x plus y. Now see, x is 1 and y is 2. So 1 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, and s raised to 1 plus 2, which will become 3. This value is 4 into 10 raised to minus 12. So 4 into 10 raised to minus 12 is 4 into s cube. So 4 is getting cancelled. So s is 10 raised to minus 4 after taking cube roots on both sides. So the correct answer is D. 10 raised to minus 6 NaOH is diluted to 100 times. That means more 10 raised to minus 2, the concentration is decreasing. So the total concentration would be 10 raised to minus 8. Alright. And the concentration of this NaOH is 10 raised to minus 7. Right. So first of all, the OH minus ka concentration is how much? 10 raised to minus 8. This is from the solution. And OH minus from the base ka concentration is 10 raised to minus 7. So the total would be, total OH minus would be 10 raised to minus 8 plus 10 raised to minus 7. I'm just re-expressing this. So this is 10 raised to minus 7 into 10 raised to minus 1 plus 10 raised to minus 7. Now I can take 10 raised to minus 7 common. When I take 10 raised to minus 7 common, I get 0.1 plus 1 inside the bracket. So that is 1.1 into 10 raised to minus 7. Now you need to be quick. See, we are not asked the final value. We just have to get the exact pH. Okay. So see, it is to 10 raised to minus 7. This is the concentration of OH. If I want to find out POH, it will be negative log to the base 10. Right. So this minus 7 will come down and become 7 lesser than something. So when we take log, this will be approximately something lesser than 7. Right. And this is POH. So pH will be 14 minus almost 7 or something lesser than 7. So I will get a value which is close to 7. So my correct answer is 7.04. Next. See, for this reaction at 400 degree Kelvin, Kp is given, matlab solubility product is given to me, and we are asked the value of K dash for this reaction. The reaction which is given to us, if it is multiplied by half, then we get this reaction. And remember, when we multiply the equation by half, K dash is nothing but k raised to half. Okay, k raised to half. So my Kp is already given to me 41. So what would be the solubility constant or the equilibrium constant for this reaction? The equilibrium constant would be root 41. Now root 41, see the closest square 36. So this value is approximately little higher than 36. So that means your correct answer is 6.4. Solubility product of this ion is given as, matlab you are given Ksp as 1 into 10 raised to minus 16, and the molar solubility, you are asked what is S. Again the same concept, Ksp is nothing but x raised to x, y raised to y into s raised to x plus y. Now my x is also 1 and my y is also 1. Okay, so this is 1 into 10 raised to minus 16 1 raised to 1 into, again 1 raised to 1 into s, 1 plus 1 would be 2. Okay, so your s would be square root of 10 raised to minus 16, which I can rewrite as 10 raised to minus 8 into 10 raised to minus 8. So the answer for S is 10 raised to minus 8. So this is my correct answer. It's not 18, it's 10 raised to minus 8. Our next question says 0.01 mole of a weak electrolyte is dissolved in 10 decimeter cube of water. So see, we know that concentration is calculated as moles per decimeter cube. So can we find out the concentration? Yes. Now 0.01 I can write it as 10 raised to minus 2 upon 10, which means I can write it as 10 raised to 1. Now this 10 raised to 1, when it goes in the numerator, it will become 10 raised to minus 2 into 10 raised to minus 1. So my concentration is actually 10 raised to minus 3 moles per decimeter cube. The dissociation constant is given to us. Okay, so Ka is given as 4 into 10 raised to minus 11. What is the degree of ionization? That means alpha is asked to us. We know it is root of Ka upon C. So just substituting the values, 4 into 10 raised to minus 11 upon 10 raised to minus 3. So when this minus 3 goes up, it becomes plus 3. So this will be square root of 4 into 10 raised to minus 11 plus 3. So that's 4 into 10 raised to minus 8. So my answer is 2 into 10 raised to minus 4. So my correct answer is A. Next question. Which of the following solution has pH equal to 12? Remember, they are asking me pH and they are giving me the concentration of OH. Okay. So you have to be very careful. So look here. Which of the following has a pH equal to 12? Now let's consider this solution which is having pH equal to 12. So how much would be its POH? POH would be 2, right? Then we know if we take negative log to the base 10 of this 2, we will get the concentration of OH minus ion after taking the antilog. So my answer would be 10 raised to minus 2 of NaOH. Okay. The hydroxyl ion concentration having in a solution having pH 4 will be, first of all, if pH is 4, what would be the concentration of H plus? Concentration of H plus will be 10 raised to minus 4. And if pH is 4, my POH would be 10. That means concentration of OH would be 10 raised to minus 1 into 10 raised to minus 10. 1 into 10 raised to minus 10. Okay, then only after taking the negative log to the base 10, this minus 10 will come down. Okay, so 10 raised to minus 10 is my correct answer. Look here. The solubility product expression for calcium borate. Now calcium borate is represented by Ca3BO3 twice. Okay. Now how would this undergo dissociation is? Remember the general expression. The general expression says how many ions? So 3 Ca raised to 2 plus 2 BO3 raised to 3 minus. Okay, so my answer is D. Now the solubility product of aluminium hydroxide and zinc hydroxide is given to us. Okay, if both aluminium and zinc are present in the solution, the cation that will be precipitated first by adding NH4OHC. So what you're doing, you are adding a common ion. What is that common ion? Hydroxide ion. Now this hydroxide ion is common to both, but we can identify among both of these salts which is weaker and which is stronger. So look at their solubility product. Solubility product of aluminium hydroxide is much smaller as compared to the solubility product of zinc hydroxide, which means zinc hydroxide is stronger, so it will dissociate late, and aluminium hydroxide will precipitate faster. It will dissociate faster. So what will be precipitated first is aluminium hydroxide. Always remember, the weaker one will get precipitated first. Now let's see the next question. pH of HCl is given to be 2.1. Now they are asking you the hydroxyl ion concentration. Now first of all, we know pH plus pOH is 14. So what will be pOH? pOH would be 14 minus 2.1, and how much is that? 11.9. Okay, now we want to find out concentration of OH minus ions. So we will have to take A log, right? A log, and after we take A log of bar 12.1, we will get 1.25 into 10 raised to minus 12 molar. So this is my correct answer, which is this. Okay. Calculate Kc for the reversible process if Kp is given and T is given. Now we know the expression for Kp is Kc into RT raised to delta N. What is delta N? Delta N is the sum of the moles of the product minus sum of the moles of reactant. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2, and here there is only 1. So 2 minus 1 is how much? 1. So delta N here would be 1 only. Okay, so delta N is 2 minus 1, which is 1. So I'm just substituting the values. See, Kc is given 1.67, 0.081. That is the Avogadro's number, our gas constant value, and temperature is given to be 800. So after using your calci, when you multiply, your answer is 1.89. Next, the question says the mole fraction of molecules which are dissociated in 0.4 molar solution. So this is my concentration of this salt are 0.041. Okay, and the dissociation constant they are asking me for the acid. So they are asking me the dissociation constant, which means they are asking me Ka. Now Ka we know is C alpha square. So you just have to substitute the values. So C is 0.4 and 0.041 square. When you calculate it, the value that you will get is 7 into 10 raised to minus 4. So this is my correct answer. The pH of a buffer solution containing 25 ml of 1 mole sodium acetate. So this is a salt of weak acid, and it is consisting of that same weak acid, will be appreciably affected by 5 ml of water. Now remember, buffer solution is the solution which will resist drastic change in pH after addition of small amount of acids and bases. Now look at the options. The A, B and D options, they are all weak acids and bases. Weak acid, weak base. Right? And only HCl is the most concentrated. So if this pH had to be affected considerably, by definition it is going to be affected by HCl only. Continue with the next question. The dissociation constant of two weak acids is given to you, and they are asking you the relative strength of the two acids. Now remember, the relative strength is given by their hydrogen ion concentration. Okay, so we know that the hydrogen ion concentration is given by concentration into the degree of dissociation. Now degree of dissociation on the other hand is root of Ka upon C, right? So that C and C terms will be cancelled. It is directly proportional to Ka, right? So this I can replace by root of Ka1 upon root of Ka2. So my answer is root of Ka1 upon root of Ka2. This is my correct answer. Now look here. Solubilities of three sparingly soluble salts are given as below. Okay, and we want to find out how the solubility products of this salt ka increasing or decreasing ratio is. Now for that you have to remember the solubilities will be least in case of that compound which is going to have the least solubility constant, right? So let's see this. We are going to find out the solubility product for each. So for the first compound, x raised to x, which means 1 raised to 1, y raised to y, which means 1 raised to 1 again, into s, this is my s, raised to 1 plus 1. So that means 10 raised to minus 3 raised to 2. So this is giving me 10 raised to minus 6. Then KSP for this compound, the second compound, it's AB2 in the question. It's 1 raised to 1 into 2 raised to 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 raised to 2 plus 1, which is 3. So that's 4 into 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. So that's 8 into 10 raised to minus 6. And for the third compound, the solubility product would be given by 1 raised to 1 into 2 raised to 2 into 2 plus 1. So 10 raised to minus 3 raised to 3. So this is 4 into 10 raised to minus 9. So सबसे least value is of the third salt, that is A2B. Then it's of the second salt and then first. So my correct answer is C. Okay, now see, this question says for this reaction you have to find out Kp upon Kc. Now we wrote the relation between Kp and Kc, that Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to delta N, right? And we are being asked Kp upon Kc. So that's RT, and what is delta N? Delta N is 1 minus 2, which will be giving me minus 1. So this is RT raised to minus 1, or I can say it is 1 upon RT. So my correct answer is A. If the value of the equilibrium constant for this reaction is 7, the equilibrium constant for this reaction would be very simple. See, you are just multiplying this reaction by 2. So only this equilibrium constant will get square. So that is only 7 square. So my answer is 49. So this would be 49. Now, the product of the molar concentration of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ions in 0.01 molar aqueous solution. See, although the solution is of salt, what are the products of which ions? Hydroxyl ion and hydroxide ion. So it is by definition only ionic product of water. Now look at this question. It says, what is the pH of millimolar solution? Now when I say millimolar solution, the concentration is 10 raised to minus 3 of ammonium hydroxide, which is 20% dissociated. Okay, so what is this 20%? It is actually alpha. Now 20% means 0.2. Now we know that concentration of this ion is C into alpha. So that's 10 raised to minus 3 into 0.2. So which I can say to be 0.0002 molar. Now I want to first find out pOH. So I will be taking negative log to the base 10 of 0.0002. So my pOH after calculation would come to be 36 990, and we know pH plus pOH is 14. So my pH value comes to 10.3010. Now let's read this question very carefully. It says which of the following salt will have highest pH value in water? मतलब highest pH value मतलब it should be very basic, right? Highest pH value, very basic. Now see, this is a salt of strong base, strong acid. So it's actually going to be neutral. This is a salt of, again, strong acid, strong base, neutral. This is a salt of strong acid, weak base. So this solution is going to be acidic, means their pH will be lesser. So this option C, the strong base and weak acid. So here the pH will be the highest since it's strong base. So its pH value will be greater than 7. In this question it is saying for this reversible reaction, the equilibrium shifts in the forward direction. Now forward direction is an exothermic reaction. Okay, remember it's an exothermic reaction. An exothermic reaction will be favored when the temperature is decreased. So look at the first option. Pressure and temperature are inversely related, right? So if you increase the concentration, no. By decreasing the pressure, the temperature will increase. That means endothermic will be favored. So actually when temperature is decreasing, so my answer is option D. Now next question says the acidity of the diprotic acid in aqueous solution increases in the order. Okay, increases in the order. Now which order? Now for here you will have to remember a concept of bond length. See, greater the bond length, the lesser will be the pull to lose electrons. Okay, now bond length increases from H2S to H2Te. From H2S to H2Te, the bond length of H2Te is higher. H2Te ki bond length is higher. So this will be easily losing the protons. So acidity of this will be the highest. Okay, so my option A is the answer for this. Now see this question. If the value of an equilibrium constant for a particular reaction, see, equilibrium constant helps us to determine the extent of reaction, and if its value is greater than 10 raised to 3, if equilibrium constant values is greater than 10 raised to 3, it means it is nearer to completion, and here the value is 10 raised to 12. So it will mostly be consisting of products. Now let's see this question. How many liters of water must be added to 1 liter of a solution? So that means they're asking you volume. So they're asking you V2 when V1 is given to you as 1 liter. Okay. Now see this. What are we given? pH of 1. So from pH, if pH is 1, what would be concentration of H plus ions? It would be 10 raised to minus 1. That means it is 0.1 molar. And when there is a pH of 2, what would be concentration of H plus? It would be 10 raised to minus 2. That means it would be 0.01 molar. Now we know M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. Okay. So my M1 is 0.1 into 1 is 0.01 into V2. So my V2 is 0.1 upon 0.01. Alright. So that's 10 raised to minus 1, and that's 10 raised to 1, 2, 10 raised to minus 2. So 10 raised to minus 1 plus 2. So that's coming out to be 10 liters. Now you have to make final volume is 10 liters, and initially final volume is 10 liters, and initially how many liter is already present? 1 liter. So to make 1 liter 10 liters, you need to add 9 more liters of water. Alright, so my correct answer is D. For reaction SO2 plus half of O2 giving me SO3, if Kp is equal to Kc, where the symbols have usual meaning, then what is the value of X? And the expression that is given to me is Kp is equal to Kc into RT raised to X. Alright. Now what is X? X is the Kp is equal to Kc. What is X, by the way? X is sum of the molars of products, which is 1, minus sum of the moles of reactant, which is how much? 1 plus half. Now when I want to add this is 1 minus, so this would be 2 plus 1 upon 2, so that's 1 minus 3 upon 2, so that would be 2 minus 3 the whole upon 2, which will give me minus half. So my answer is minus half. Now let's see this question. It says, fill in the blanks in the given table with the appropriate choices. You are given a species and you are given a conjugate base. Now CO3 is having a charge of 2 minus, matlab its conjugate acid would have 2 hydrogen protons, right? So my P value is H2CO3. Now same way, look here, I am given H2SO4, right? So what would be my conjugate base? After losing these 2 protons, I will get my conjugate base, which would be SO4 raised to 2 minus. And same way for NH3, my R value would be NH4 plus, and after losing protons, my species would be NH2 minus. Okay, for OH minus, how would it form OH minus? If hydronium ion would have lost 1 electron, 1 proton. So this is H3O plus. Alright. So let's see my correct option. H2CO3, SO4, then NH4 plus, NH2 and H3O plus. So my answer is A. Let's see this question. It says, match the column 1 with column 2 and mark the appropriate choices. Now this is sodium acetate. So it's a salt of weak acid and strong base. So how is the solution going to be? The solution is going to be basic. So pH is going to be greater than 7. Ammonium chloride is a salt of weak base and strong acid. Strong acid. That means the solution is going to be acidic. NaNO3 again is a solution of strong acid, strong base. So the pH would be neutral. And ammonium acetate is a solution of weak acid, weak base. Sorry, this the solution, the salt of strong acid, strong base would be neutral, and weak acid, weak base would be almost neutral. Okay, so my answer would be first with 3, second with 2, third with 4th, and D with 1. So my answer is C. All right.